Why is it that other playwrights from the late 16th and early 17th century are mostly glossed over, whereas one seems to keep coming back consistently even 400 years later? Why is it that dramas, which were considered cheesy or even novelty trash at their time, are celebrated as a part of history's biggest cultural treasures? Why is it that the name Shakespeare not only rings a bell to most people today, but even goes as far as being the first thing they think of when asked about theatre? This is Shakespeare, relevancy through the ages. Shakespeare's plays, be it comedy, drama, or even tragedy, are the single most used medium in world culture, period. The timelessness of his plays should not be a shock to anyone. Diving past the fact that people seem to love it and questioning the why behind that love is where the plays truly start to shine in the light they deserve. In contrast to most other pieces of theatre from the time, Shakespeare's characters are actual people. They are relatable. They have depth beyond just manifesting a single concept. The depth that Shakespeare gives his characters is one of the important factors in his play's intrinsic versatility that makes it possible for people to keep reinterpreting these characters, but it is also a reason as to why his plays weren't as appreciated by the high society back when he was still alive. This kitchen sink drama type play that was constructed to be relatable for not only those with power and money, but also for the common folk, was rather not something that the people liked during that time period. Most importantly though, it was the theatre itself that was not appreciated, as it was said to be a measly distraction that kept the people from going to church. In addition to his deep characters and their conflicts, motivations, and development, Shakespeare's plays bear another seed of agelessness, which is the themes the plays incorporate. Shakespearean theatre deals with themes that are deep but also very much relatable, like the hunger for power, undying love, or even the purpose of life. Take for example Macbeth, a man so relentless in achieving his goals that he keeps burning bridges on his way and even stretching as far as murder to achieve what he deems his destiny, all while not realizing that he in the process is losing himself. There's a beautiful message hidden in between the lines, and it is this message that gets delivered through the deep and meaningful characters that makes Shakespeare's plays not only nutritious food for thought, but also makes them extremely enjoyable to consume. With meaningful characters woven around a meaningful message that doesn't target contemporary circumstances, but rather focuses on the human nature in itself, Shakespeare's works become universal. Similarly to how constructivism views the world as a mixture of constructions with different syntax being slotted in, Shakespeare's fundamental elements can be used in just about every timely context, as they are merely slots that can inherit any given syntax. Since the message is not bound to a certain timely context, and the characters are versatile enough in their construction to be reinterpreted in the context of basically every given time period, the plays themselves can essentially fit every given time period. Characters and meaning aside, both of those can only work if placed in a believable environment with believable situations, and Shakespeare does deliver on that aspect too, further adding to the universal application possible to his work. The final aspect of Shakespearean timelessness is the wording itself. Everyone watching this video will have made the experience of hearing the English teacher go on about Shakespeare's use of words, and if they didn't, then everyone who hasn't had the pleasure to read a play or a sonnet yet will know at least one or two sentences just through pop culture references. Romeo, Juliet, to be or not to be, that is the question. Next to coining phrases for the white population to use, Shakespeare is actually responsible for quite some idioms and words in the modern English language as well, thus contributing quite a large margin to the English that we know today. Thank you for watching.